So I get back to doing what I'm supposed to. I make the best out of a bad situation, alright? I mean, I got spots up, and this is from water, right? And, you know, somebody would say, you got spots in your shirt. Well, it dissolves in about 10 minutes. It just evaporates, so the water goes away. Step 2, okay? We came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. And then it says, the moment they reach step 2, most AA newcomers are confronted with a dilemma, sometimes a serious one. How often have we heard them cry out, "Look what you people have done to us. You have convinced us that we are alcoholics or drug addicts or users, and that our lives are unmanageable. Having reduced us to a state of absolute helplessness, you now declare that none but a higher power can remove our obsession. Some of us won't believe in God, others can't, and still others who do believe that God exists have no faith whatever He will perform this miracle. Yes, you've got us over the barrel all right, but where do we go from here? Let's look first at the case of the one who says he won't believe, the belligerent one. He is in a state of mind which can be described only as savage. His whole philosophy of life in which he so gloried is threatened. It's bad enough, he thinks, to admit alcohol has him down for keeps. But now, still smarting from that admission, he is faced with something really impossible. How does he cherish the thought that man, risen so majestically from a single cell in the primordial ooze, is the spearhead of evolution and therefore the only God that his universe knows? Must he renounce all this to save himself? At this juncture, his AA sponsor usually laughs. This, the newcomer thinks, is just about the last straw. This is the beginning of the end. And so it is, the beginning of the end of his old life, and the beginning of his emergence into a new one. His sponsor probably says, take it easy, the hoop you have to jump through is a lot wider than you think. At least I found it so. So did a friend of mine who was a one-time vice president of the American Atheist Society. But he got through with room to spare. Well, says the newcomer, I know you're telling me the truth. It's no doubt a fact that AA is full of people who once believed as I do. But just how in these circumstances does a fellow take it easy? That's what I want to know. That, agrees the sponsor, is a very good question indeed. I think I can tell you exactly how to relax. You won't have to work at it very hard either. Listen, if you will, to these 3 statements. First, Alcoholics Anonymous does not demand that you believe anything. All of its 12 steps are but suggestions. Second, to get sober and to stay sober, you don't have to swallow all of step 2 right now. Looking back, I found that I took it piecemeal myself. Third, all you really need is a truly open mind. Just resign from the debating society and quit bothering yourself with such deep questions as whether it was the hen or the egg that came first. Again, I say, all you need is the open mind. The sponsor continues, take for example my own case. I had a scientific schooling. Naturally, I respected, venerated, even worshipped science. As a matter of fact, I still do, all except the worship part. Time after time, my instructors held up to me the basic principle of all scientific progress. Search and research, again and again, always with the open mind. When I first looked at AA, my reaction was just like yours. This AA business, I thought, is totally unscientific. This I can't swallow. I simply won't consider such nonsense. Then I woke up. I had to admit that AA showed results, prodigious results. I saw that my attitude regarding these had been anything but scientific. It wasn't AA that had the closed mind, it was me. The minute I stopped arguing, I could begin to see and feel. Right there, step 2 gently and very gradually began to infiltrate my life. I can't say upon what occasion or upon what day I came to believe in a power greater than myself, but I certainly have that belief now. To acquire it, I only had to stop fighting and practice the rest of AA's program as enthusiastically as I could. So I'll stop there. I had a God growing up. I mean, there was something that I used to guide my actions and my decision making. Usually, almost like only like half the day. But I was conscious of that there was something that could guide you if you called upon it. But it wasn't until and then I forgot about it totally for many years, and then I was able to get back to it when I got clean, and then progressed, and the relationship's the circle's supposed to expand, and it's supposed to get deeper as you go along. But the rest of this chapter will talk about that. So yeah, I mean, the people, everybody who I admire is doing very, very well, as far as holding up. I mean, the people who I look to for inspiration. So, but there's an improvement and an expansion process that is almost imperative, because they would say in science terms, like that the universe was actually contracting. The universe, they would say, is always expanding, and then they would say they came out with findings that the universe is actually contracting. It's getting, now these are all analogies. They're symbols. You understand that these are of course you would want the world to expand and not contract. That these are all this is all a soliloquy or rhetoric, but it means something to a lot of people. So